it is impossible for every student in a class to get each lesson passed across while teaching, because Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi my dear student, how are you? I hope you are fine and healthy and ready, of course, to learn another interesting topic in our subject, educational management. Alright, in this meeting, we are going to discuss one of important aspect in educational management. It is about student management system. We have 3 learning objectives in this meeting. The first one, the students are able to comprehend the definition of student management system, and then you are expected to be able to identify the benefit or the importance of student management system in educational management. And the last learning objective, you are able to identify the feature or the data that must be included or involved in student management system. Alright, without further ado, I will start to explain by the definition of student management system. Well, a student management system, or also known as a Student Information System, or SIS, is a management information system for education establishment that is used to manage student data. So this is the focus. So we are going to discuss about the data that must be involved or included in student management system itself. Because, in student management system, it will store and track all student information, including grades, attendance record, and many other important data. Because in student management system, it is very useful for all the parties that is involved in the educational management, such as teacher, students, and also parents, to communicate all relevant information pertaining to a student's schooling. So in short, we can conclude that the student management system is created as a self-service solution for students to get their administrative tasks in one place, okay? And equally, it can support the faculty and also staff by helping to simplify and integrate work processes. In addition to the, the purpose of student management system, in this case, it will help a school manage the data, to communicate and also to make a schedule. This data must be communicated appropriately to student, faculty, and also parents. Alright, now, do you follow me so far? You have already learned about the definition of student management system. Now we move on to what are the benefits of student management system. Here I focus to 7. We have 7 benefits, or the importance of student management system in educational management. So now let's talk in detail one by one. The first one, it improves the general performance of student. Well, why? I do believe some of you are wondering why it can improve your performance in school, right? Well, for students to come out with a good grades, the focus is highly demanded. It is for sure. With the school administration system, you are able to use your precious time for relevant things, which is studying, rather than keep track of your record to make sure that all the things are intact, right? Moreover, the fear of losing important records to manual management is completely off in this line with the help of this system. So you can save your time effectively to learn or to study about the topic in the classroom, rather than you keep tracking your record or the score in the, student management system, right? So this is very helpful for you to improve your general performance in school. Then the next benefit is improving communication. How could it be? Well, it is impossible for every student in a class to get each lesson passed across while teaching, because sometimes you miss your teacher's explanation or you lose your concentration, right? So this might be a problem on the path of the student being timid or reluctant at the point in time or insufficient time to ask questions, right? So that's why with the help of this system, the student management system that has been sorted out, most online classroom, all of the schools right now in the school management system has an inbuilt discussion panel where students could easily communicate with their teacher and ask the relevant questions. So this is very helpful for make an interaction between you and your teacher through the students management system. So far, do you get it? Of course. Nice. Now we move on to the third benefit of student management system. What is that? Well, it can be accessed by all parties involved. As I told you in the beginning, that the student management system can be accessed or can be used by teachers, administrative staff, students itself, and also your parents to know, to make the track of your studying at school. Okay? Gone are the days when parents know a little until to nothing about what their children do at school. This open source school management system has made it possible for parents to have access to their children's school activities, assignment, attendance, and other relevant information just by using the system. So this is very effective for, helping your parents to know what activities that you have done at school, and then what grades do you get after having such a semester final exam, for example. So this is very helpful because it can be accessed by all parties involved in that educational management. Now, the fourth benefit, it is very efficient management and also organization of timetables. All right. The management of a school timetable is the work of the admin department of school, right? So you have known that the obligation of the administration staff is to make the timetable management and also organizing the timetable of the lesson, examination. But by using this school administration system, especially student management system, is able to organize school timetable in such a way that they won't be able a clash of lecture. In addition to that, student, teacher, and parents have access to that. Okay, so we have already discussed 4 benefits of a student management system. Do you still remember? What are they? Before we go on to the 5th benefit. All right, the first one is improving the general performance of students. And then the second one, improving communication. All right. The third one, it can be accessed by all parties involved. And the last, we have just discussed, is efficient management and organization of timetable. All right, class. Now we move on to the 5th benefits of student management system. Well, it helps to keep track all students. Okay, so all students without exception can be tracked. Okay, because school activities goes beyond the wall of the classroom, there are many activities that you must participate. So there are other activities like sport, interaction, other extracurricular activities, and this needs a proper documentation, right? So this management system has features that see to that and make sure that the record of each student is intact. So you will not lose your documentation or your record related to all activities that you have done during like the activities in the school, okay? And then the SIC benefit, it provides a means to advise students. It is related to the previous benefits because in the student management system, it has an advising module that will help you to facilitate the advising process. Because sometimes when we are learning in the classroom, it's very difficult to the teacher to facilitate all the students by giving the appropriate advice or feedback, right? So this is very most effective when a particular student is having a down academically, and advice is to be given by the teacher through student management system. So it is very effective way to encourage your student by giving them some suggestion related to the materials given in the classroom, or you have also the personal advice related to their values and attitudes. So you can, as a teacher later on in the future, give advice through student management system. And the next one, the last benefit of student management system is helping build a strong alumni. What is the correlation between student management system and building a strong alumni? Well, it has a very strong relationship because there is more to life than the walls of the school. So this system, the student management system, has the ability to build an alumni network to help other students with the job opportunity. All right, do you get it? So all this made possible with the help of student management system. Even though, for example, you have already graduated from your school or your university, by using the student management system, it can connect you to the job vacancy available in the job field. All right? So now, we have already talked about the definition and also the benefits of student management system. Now we move on to the last subtopic. It is about the features or the data that must be included in student management system. Here I have some important data that must be involved in student management system. For example, student profile, students' attendance, student performance, rank reports, exam timetable, class timetable, blogging and forums, event, messaging system, syllabus module, question bank, and the last one is assignment module. Now, to make it clearer, let me explain it one by one in detail. Let's start with the first feature. It is about student profile. So when you go to the student profile, meaning that you can search and retrieve the complete profile of student instantly with all details. Okay, so this student profile will provide the comprehensive and exhaustive coverage of student profile with detailed data element. For example, it covers previous history, demographic details, family details, academic details, health details, photograph, and also it will tell you about the fee details. For example, in the next semester, you have to pay a certain money to what is that? To pay as your fee tuition. So you can get the information in the student profile, right? So that is some data that must be included in student profile. And then the second feature, it is students' attendance. Well, in this feature, the teacher, students, and also the parents can track your attendance record of each student for any given period of time or for the academic year. So your parents will know that you probably miss some meetings in the classroom because of some reason. It can be like extracurricular activities, or you did some competition outside the school. But it will help you to know whether you really participate or not in the classroom. And then in this feature, you also can find the attendance statistic about the class and the information that can be available for the principal, students, teacher, and also parents. Okay? And the next one, we are talking about students' performance tracking. In this feature, you can capture and record all the different performance of student, which includes the academic performance, art, sport, games, cultural, life skill, attitude, and values. Because in this case, it will show all this kind of information. And the facility for the management to track the measure taken by the staff to improve the low-performing student. So by using this feature, the teacher and also the staff can manage your improvement during the teaching and learning activities at school. And also the facility for the parents to view students' performance as and when the performance details are updated. For example, last meeting you have a final exam, and then by using this feature, your parents can monitor the result of your final exam. All right. How about the next one? It is about mark list and rank reports. In this feature, it will create class tests or term exam and enter the subject-wise mark for each student. Okay, so in this case, you can compare the marks or grade of all the students in the class for given subject. For example, you want to know who got the highest score in the classroom, or whether you are passing the standard of the scoring system in that subject. So you can get the information related to that data in the mark list and rank reports. And the next feature, it is about exam timetable. So it is also one important feature in student management system, because it will create exam timetable for each class and publish it to all the stakeholders. So not only you and your teacher can get the information, but your parents also can identify whether or not in the next meeting you have a final exam or quiz. And then automatically detect any overlaps of schedule in timetable. For example, by if you use the manual, student management, so it's very difficult to identify whether or not, for example, on the next Monday, you will have two subjects that require you to have final exam in the same time. But in contrast, if you use the student management system, it will help you to identify the overlapping schedule in timetable, okay? And also, of course, it will save time and generate flawless timetable schedule. It is very useful for administrative staff in arranging the examination schedule. And then the next one is class timetable. It is a little bit the same with the previous feature, but in this case it is related to the schedule of activities or subject during a semester. It will help you to generate class timetable with the help of wizard for each class, and then it will save time and generate flawless timetable schedule, of course. And the next one, Do you still remember what is the next feature that I have explained in a brief before? Yeah, that's right. It's blogging and forum. Okay? In the blogging and forum feature, it creates blogs and forums as a means of interaction between student and teacher, and it helps to strengthen their relationship and interaction. And by using this feature, it also helps to exchange knowledge among students. So the next feature is SMS alerts on event and reminders. What is it for? So it's such a, like, you know, in our WhatsApp group, if there is an important event in the school that must be participated by the students, so this feature will automatically send SMS on these important events, such as the absent, fee due, and also event reminder related like date and time. And it will also encourage on-time corrective measure by the parents, because they can keep track or keep recording all the activities participated by their children. And the next one, it is Syllabus Module. All right, it is such a provision to create and post by syllabus online for any class. So you can access the syllabus or module that is used in the classroom by using this feature in student management system. And the syllabus can be viewed online by all stakeholders for the reference. So you also can get additional information related to the materials given the teachers in the classroom, right? And then the next one is assignment module. So in this case, the teacher can plan and create assignment for the students. So the management can plan and create assignment for the teacher. So by using this feature, the teacher can get report from the assignment done by the student, and it can be mapped to the various classes and section. All right, my dear students, those all information that I can share to you related to student management system. In conclusion, you have to remember that student management system is very important in educational management because it can be used by teacher, student, and parents to communicate all of relevant information pertaining to a student's schooling. In addition, student management system also can store and track all student information, including grades, attendance record, and other important data that can be accessed by all parties involved, right? So I think that's all about the information that I can share to you. Thank you very much for your great attention and see you in the next session. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Terima kasih sudah menyaksikan video pembelajaran ini. Jangan lupa like, komen dan subscribe, serta nyalakan tanda loncengnya agar kalian tidak ketinggalan informasi update lainnya.